Дорогі українці, українки,
Dear Ukrainians, here are the results for this day. The day began with a report by Commander-in-Chief Alexander Syrskyi and Chief of the General Staff Anatoly Bargilevich. Our main actions, the situation now, key directions, planned steps. We are working as actively as possible with our partners and on domestic production of weapons to provide more necessary means for our warriors. Second, there were a lot of international activities today. A very eventful day, a conversation with the Prime Minister of India. I thanked Mr. Prime Minister Modi for the continued support for the territorial integrity and sovereignty of our country, as well as for the participation in the work on the peace formula at the level of advisors. I invited India to participate in the first Global Peace Summit that we are preparing in Switzerland. It is very important that such a global power as India demonstrates its leadership in restoring a just peace and upholding the goals and principles of the UN Charter, which is the essence of our peace formula. Of course, we also discussed bilateral relations with Mr. Prime Minister of India. Today I held several international meetings in Kyiv. In the afternoon I met with the Minister of Defense of the Netherlands. It was a very substantive and good conversation. The key thing we discussed was the protection of our cities and villages, air defense for Ukraine to really save our people from Russian terror. We also discussed ways to increase the capabilities of our army. The Netherlands is one of our most consistent partners in protecting human lives and upholding justice. In the evening, I met with Jake Sullivan, National Security Advisor to the President of the United States. It was also a very meaningful, very specific conversation about defense cooperation and the joint political results we need to achieve. I am grateful to America for its support of our country and people, and it is vital that American leadership remains strong in protecting the international legal order. We must be resilient to all types of challenges, and our actions must be long-range to defeat Putin, rather than being in a situation where doubts about the strength of the West benefit this lunatic. Putin must lose, and this is a matter of life and death for the democratic world. When he loses, the democratic world will have a bright perspective for generations to come. Today, I took part in the Summit for Democracy. This is the third time this format has been held. This year, the Republic of Korea brings together democratic leaders. I am grateful to everyone who cares about preserving the freedom of nations and the development of people despite all the difficulties and chaos in the world today. And one more thing, our Kharkiv. For more than 2 years now, Kharkiv and the region have been subjected to brutal Russian attacks. Sautyuka was destroyed by missiles, other districts and streets of the city were damaged. Villages and towns in the region were destroyed. Today was another Russian strike on Kharkiv, which will have no effect on anything, except that Ukraine will respond in an even more principled and precise manner. 5 people were killed by a Russian missile in Kharkiv today. My condolences to all the families and friends. Every wounded person is being provided with the necessary assistance, but this is not enough. Everyone should realize this. Kharkiv needs enough air defense systems. Sumy region needs air defense. Chernihiv region and all our other regions that suffer from Russian terror. Our partners have these defense systems, and our partners need to understand that air defense must protect lives. I am grateful to everyone who protects normal life in our cities and villages. Thank you to everyone in the world who helps. Thank you to everyone who fights for the sake of our country and the people who work for defense. For Ukraine, we must stand firm and guarantee reliable security for Ukraine, for the whole of Ukraine. Glory to Ukraine.
Слава Україні!